and investors. We'll be starting in just a minute. Hope everybody's having a wonderful, wonderful Friday morning. Here we go. Let's get this party started. My favorite day of the week with my favorite people. What's not to like? All right, let's get the video camera going. Morning, everybody. Let me go ahead and share my screen. There we go. Let's move this over here. And we can say hello to everybody. Good morning. Good morning. We got CJ. We got David. Dave. Two Davids. Ivana. Wayne. Jill. Dr. Serena. Dennis. Cam. Good morning, Cam. Moondog is in the house. Moondog, I got your email. I'll share the pictures today. Robert. Victor. Michael. Carrie. Deanna. Duzzy. Mark. Robert. Art. Wade. Mulfo. Sorry, Mulfo. I'm trying, man. Omar. Tom. Rick. Darren, Liberty Rancher, W. Wong, Infinitely, good morning. Richard, Frankie, JJ, Henry, Nathan, Jody, Mark, Jesse, Don, Dom. Let me put my email address here. Good morning, everyone. Roger at rogerscott.com. Good morning, everyone. I hope everybody's doing is doing well today. I hope everybody's having a great day. It is Friday. War Dog, good morning. Jonathan, good morning. We'll be starting in just a minute. Carrie, Tony, Kenneth. Nice. Nice. Glad you took that. Glad you took it. Just get the room to fill in a little bit, and we'll be starting. And Carlos, if you're here, thank you for sending me that picture. I really appreciate it. Yeah, look at that, Dr. Serena. Buck, how are you, Buck? Todd is in the house. Alan's in the house. Okay, let's talk business here. First of all, Customer Service Live, Cam and Gustavo show. Folks, you don't realize how valuable that is. I get emails all the time. How come your Pro Trader dashboard doesn't look like mine? Good morning, Brian. I was wondering about you. Rick, good morning. Good morning. Let me know if I could share that picture with others. Mont, good morning. I hope you're doing well. I hope everybody's doing well, and happy Friday. I know that a lot of you are waking up early, and I am really appreciative. Just wanted to let you guys know that yesterday we broke the record for the most views in the room, and on a non-event day, on a regular day, and not on a day that I'm doing like a broadcast or just a regular day. And we also broke our record on VIP room. So we broke our record in the morning, and we broke our record in the afternoon for having the most people here. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate it. It's very, very nice of you. The link in the new meetings Telegram channel goes to your YouTube, but not live feed. Seen, thankfully, you sent the right link in your. Hey, Don, would you do me a favor, Don? Would you mind sending me an email telling me what you're telling me right now? It's just really hard to focus when I'm doing all this. And it seems like you're telling me something really important. It's Roger at rogerscott.com. Here's my email. Please send me an email so I understand what you're saying. Yes, it's triple witching today. Now, wanted to show you guys some pictures. I got pictures from Moondog from his hospital. This is his hospital in Pennsylvania or in Philadelphia. You could see Moondog is watching our stuff here. This is the room he's in. Look at this hospital. This is an amazing hospital. So he wanted to share with us some pictures that he took, and I'm very appreciative of this. The only thing I wish for is a speedy recovery, Moondog. I want you to recover, and I want you to be well But I really appreciate you sharing everything with us. Thank you. Thank you, Donna. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. So thank you so much. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Thank you, Moondog. Moondog, I just want you to have a very, very speedy recovery. Very, very speedy recovery. Okay. Now, something else I wanted to share with you. Um, this is funny, and then we'll start. Hold on. Probably can't tell because I'm not sitting up. But check out the t-shirt that I'm wearing today. Now, if anybody gives me a hard time today, this is my message to you, okay? It's Friday. I'm not in the mood for this harmony. So if you send me a nasty email, and I haven't gotten any, but in case you were thinking of sending me a nasty email, you've just buttered your last biscuit. All right? That's what I'm wearing right now. You could see Clyde wearing. It's a threat. All right, you've just buttered your last biscuit. So don't get any ideas. I just want to hear good stuff, all right? Otherwise, you've buttered your last biscuit. See? Right there. Couldn't resist the t-shirt. All right, guys, so let's start. We've got a lot to talk about today. It's triple witching, which means we're going to have option expirations in commodities and stocks. Weekly, monthly, it's all happening today, which means we're going to have a lot of stuff going on today. A lot of stuff. As a result, I'll be going on with Jeffrey live today. All right. I'll be going on with Jeffrey live today at noon. All right. He's found a way to target 50% gains from tiny stock moves. I have a feeling it has something to do with options. These are happening up to 10 times a day. And you guys know Jeffrey's a brilliant guy. I love Jeffrey. He's awesome, right? We all love Jeffrey. So join us at noon today. And the second link is from my VIP room, which I'll be doing at 11 a.m. today. That's right, Eagle. You've just buttered your last biscuit. That's right. Exactly, Rick, on a good note. You see, Cam? Anybody who gives me a hard time, or if anybody gives Cam a hard time today, you've buttered your last biscuit. All right, let's continue. So, why is the market down today? What's going on? What do we need to worry about today? Well, the biggest thing we have to worry about is the fact that FedEx came out with earnings, which I'll talk about in a minute. That's all right, Ricky. You're good. And just kind of show you what's going on with FedEx right now. Now, FedEx, it's really interesting, and I'm really glad that FedEx came out with their earnings right after the Fed made an announcement. According to the Fed, the Fed is seeing rainbows and everything is great, and there's no problems on the horizon. But you see, FedEx is one of the biggest industrial stocks. And who has their pulse better on the economy than FedEx, right? I mean, they deliver daily. And now a lot of people think, good morning, Benjamin. I'm gonna tell you some stuff. A lot of people believe that FedEx is actually a pretty good consumer company because a lot of consumers use them. In reality, that's not true. Most consumers do not use FedEx. Most businesses use FedEx. And a lot of industrial companies use FedEx because FedEx can deliver blueprints, engineering, things like that. So FedEx is used a lot for commerce, but FedEx is used more so for industrial work. I don't know if you guys knew that or not. I'll talk about Amazon in a bit, Cam, as well. Not as much as they used to. But if you read their report, see, Cam, I was under the impression that FedEx was a pretty broad company, but after reading their report yesterday, I actually realized that they are. I mean, we all use FedEx, right? We all do. But there are certain industries that use FedEx a lot more. Now, we all know that commercial businesses are a lot bigger than individuals. For every FedEx that I ship out, I'm making this up as I'm going along, but to illustrate something, but for every FedEx that I ship out, GE probably sends 10,000, right? I mean, Caterpillar, they rely on FedEx. FedEx started out as a business. People didn't want to spend money to deliver stuff overnight. So FedEx is still a huge measurement of industrial business. They have a huge business. So Greg, I actually was reading their report yesterday. Industrial is their biggest space. This is not according to me. This is according to their report yesterday. So which is really interesting because what they're saying is, hey, Marty, look at that, Dr. Serena. I love it. Love it. Which is, we have a really important show today. I'm really hoping everybody's here. Otherwise, you've buttered your last biscuit. I don't know, something about this biscuit t-shirt that cracks me up. So the fact that FedEx came out with a report that said that industrial is really slowing down and that job growth industrial is slowing down. That's very meaningful because they have zero reason to spin. Matter of fact, think about it. FedEx has every reason to spin it the other way. And they do. They're not telling you the truth. They're telling you the truth in the best light, right? Okay. Yes, Julian. Thank God it's Friday. I could definitely use a Friday. And I've been working from home the last 3 days. I have not seen the light of day. I've literally gone to the gym and back, which is right out. I need to move around a little bit. I'm going to work today. Matt is back. So Matt is not, I don't think he's contagious anymore. So I'll be leaving, going to work. So you guys will be seeing more of Matt today. Everybody loves Matt, right? Matt is great. The guy who speaks so much that he never lets me have a word in. If that was only the case, right? If I can only get him to talk a little more, right? Maybe Clyde will get him to talk. So this is really bad. And this will put a big hamper on industrial stocks today, as well as consumer stocks. Matter of fact, if I had to guess, industrial is down right now. Let's see. Yeah, not too much, not too much. But anyhow, this is putting a big hamper on the market. Okay, so let's keep an eye on that today. Yeah. So when I used to work from home for many years, my wife and I used to go out to dinner almost every night. I simply just wanted to get out. Ever since I've been working at the office, I've been wanting to stay in. But just going to the office and back gets rid of that jonesing of going out. But I've been home. I've been locked in for the last 72 hours or like 96 hours. So I definitely need to get out. I need to move around a little bit. Anyway, so be careful today. We got to be very, very, very careful. And while I'm telling you to be careful, I don't want to rub this in. I hate rubbing this in, but I want to show you something. You see yesterday in the YouTube channel, I drew this picture for you. Oops. I drew this picture for you, and I drew this line for you, and I even made a comment that said Nasdaq and S&P 500 481, 569 on the S&P 500. Okay, I wrote right here horizontal line. I drew the downtrend. I gave you the full Monty, and just want to show you guys something. Look at where we're at right now. We broke that line. What was that line that I said here? Let me look at that number again. On the S&P, it was 569. Okay. Well, guess what? 568. Thanks, Rick. I'll take a look at it. I don't think I got your email last night, unless it's the one that I responded to. I'm not sure. You'll have to let me know. I got over 150 emails yesterday. No joke. Hey, Terrence, how are you? Literally, look, guys. If you guys think that I don't respond to emails all day, these are all emails from you all day long, all day long, all day long. All day I respond to emails all day. So we're gonna be watching this carefully, and we'll get into that in a few minutes, okay? But we broke that 69 level that I mentioned in my email last night to all of you. Hey, Randy. Okay, good, 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 good. Cool, Rick. So let's talk a little bit about the market right now, and I'm kind of jumping a little bit, but so a little bit lower right now. Blue chips are actually looking better than technology, which is not great. As far as Fed data, we got quadruple witching today, and we have Patrick Harker speaking, but that's pretty much it. And I don't think he's going to say, yeah, I got it, Rick. And he wrote, and thank you for sharing that picture. I appreciate it. It's nice to put a face to people. You guys all know what I look like, but I have no idea what you look like. Patrick Harker at 2 o'clock. But this is going to be the big thing that's happening today, and that will cause a lot of volatility. Crude oil, as I mentioned a few days ago, I would feel much more comfortable if you stayed away from crude oil till we break the 8-day EMA to the downside and maybe even go below the 68 level. Okay, so please be mindful of that. There's no reason to sell energy stocks right now. We do have some coming up on 90-10, which I'll show you today. But overall, I would prefer you guys would just be careful with energy stocks till we get back, we start moving back down. I have to, Francis. What else am I going to do? By the way, most of the time I'm just staring at monitors, so it's fine. I like the back and forth. It makes the day go by faster. So again, I really do this all day long. I mean, I hope if you guys think I'm fooling anybody, I'm not. I'm literally sitting at my computer all day long and doing this, and I think most of you know that by now. Gold stocks. I still like gold. It's really interesting because I'm not able to find any gold stocks that I'm loving on my list, but gold keeps going up. But I'm pretty sure. Let me just take a quick look and see what Newmont's been doing lately. I haven't really looked. Let's take a quick look here. I've been really focused on gold. All right, so it's been moving along just fine. AFM, what's that? AM, what's that stock? What's that gold stock? Well, let's look at gold, Barrick Gold. Yeah, I guess they're all moving in the direction. You want to find stocks that are outperforming gold, not underperforming gold. Eagle says, I played this very small and tight, and it paid off 100%. AEM, thank you. That's it. No, I'm not trusting this market as far as I could throw it. AEM, that's the one. Thank you. AEM and AGI, those are the ones I wanted to look at. Those are the two. Yeah, see, notice it's not breaking out. And this one, on the other hand, this one is breaking out. So I like it better, but I do like gold. I still like gold. I like gold. There's nothing wrong with gold. Be careful. It may be a little overextended, but I still like gold. And let me just give you some levels here. Don't forget, guys, customer service live, link in your members area. Check it out. Yeah, Carlos, thank you for posting that. If gold continues breaking out, we still like gold. My only concern right now is that the actual commodity seems to be outperforming the stocks that I just showed you. If you can, and I haven't looked, but if you can, try to find a gold stock that's actually outperforming. If you look at the ones I've just showed you, I guess that's today. Okay, that's today. That's why this is doing this. That's today, because they all look like this. I guess they look like this because we haven't seen their trading yet today, but gold futures are already open. So forget what I just said. They all look good. Bob, because Matt and I are in literally like a sealed glass room, and I don't want to get sick. So since Tuesday, I've been at home, and so is he. But he seemed like he's much better now. Yes, Alan, definitely. So try to find a gold stock that's doing as well or better than the gold futures, okay? Yeah, gold has great options, Bob. All those stocks that Carlos just posted on top, gold is very liquid. Gold is very liquid. Just be careful. Be careful. Be careful here. Be careful. Okay? Volatility. Notice volatility even after that announcement, even after the market went up 500 points, even after the SPY made an all-time high. What does volatility do? It's still elevated. That's a problem, folks. That's a big problem. And that's because volatility is seeing the same thing that I'm seeing. Nervousness, not trust in the market. Honestly, when the S&P makes an all-time high like this, volatility should be right here. Right here. But the fact that gold is making higher highs, yeah, it's a man cave. Matt and I literally have a man cave. I have my rug of my fireplace, all my stuff from my old house in Beverly Hills there from like 2000s, early 2000s. We just made a man cave in there. It's pretty cool. Nice, Dr. Serena. It really is a man cave. I basically took a big room in the office. I kicked everybody out of there, and Matt and I share it. There's room for one more person in there. So maybe if Kane ever comes in, but it's a man cave. We have a full man. We have a screen, a thing that we have a light proof and a soundproof thing that we cover. You can't even tell if we're in there or not. We got a couch, and I mean, we have a really cool man cave in there. If anybody comes to our office, please visit us. I'll buy you a salad from the Loop. I always buy everybody a salad from the Loop when they come and visit me. But we have a really nice. That's one of the reasons, Cam, why I want to have the four cameras so people can see us interacting together when we do the live in the pit for the full day. And I'll probably open it to everybody. I will, Robert. That's why I want to get the four cameras set up so we can have the full room view. Yeah, yeah, and a sea of cables. Yeah, it's a pretty it's really like it's like somebody just took an office and made a man cave out of it. It's pretty cool. We have a really cool spot, Matt and I. So this is really warning me. This is telling me that things are not as peachy as they appear. I don't think I've ever seen elevated volatility at 15 or 16 when the stock market's making an all-time high, which means there's something on the horizon. Okay, there's definitely something on the horizon. There you go. We're from La Brea, right, Carlos? Oh, Pink's. I miss Pink's hot dogs. I do. I do. I remember back in the 80s when they had the Federated group across the street from it, right on Melrose and La Brea. Anyway, I'm digressing. Bond market did not rally yesterday. The bond market went down yesterday, and the bond market's now below the 8-day EMA. Now, have you guys ever seen the? Now, remember, bonds go down when interest rates go up. Bonds go up when interest rates go down. Have you guys ever seen the Fed lower rates half a basis point and the bond market close down 2 days in a row? Not closed. That's today. This is yesterday. This is right now. I've never seen it. That's right. There you go, Rick. Bring the biscuits. There you go. Yeah, you please visit me anytime. You guys are, we have and it can handle people. Like we can have like four people in the room. It's a big room. We have like a 15 by 15 room. We're in, we're in Ponte Vedra Beach. We're about 15 miles. We're between Jacksonville and St. Augustine. We're on this island Ponte Vedra. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. It's a little dead, but it's beautiful. It's perfect for it's a golf mecca and a retirement community. And there's no traffic here, and I love it. It takes me longer to get out of my subdivision than it does to take me to get to the office. If we break this, folks, if we break on the 10-year, if we break this level right here and we start coming back into this area, that's not great for the market. That means interest rates are yeah, you can. Absolutely, Eagle. Just give me notice. Kathy has been in there. Kane has been there. Cam has been there several times. People have been there. Just come on in. I'm telling you, I'll buy you a lunch if you come in. I'll take you to Loop next door. I eat the crunchy broccoli salad every day. Literally every day. So let's be careful here. If bonds go down, that means interest rates are going up and not down. Volatility being extended is not really good right now for the market. None of these things are really great for the market. Okay. Let's put everything together. Brian's been there, right? Brian's been there. Brian, please come in, and next time you come to Florida to visit the Mickey Mouse, please come in. You guys are all welcome. You guys are all welcome to come in. I just got a test email from Mike Pendergast. Okay, I'll check it out later. I don't know why you're sending me a test email. I get everybody's emails. Yeah, infinitely. Anybody who comes to visit us, please just give me like a day or two notice. I have nothing to hide. I have couches there, and it'll be fun. Good luck, Cam. Good luck. Good luck in Albuquerque. And if you need anything, let us know. Oh, man, that would be amazing, Eagle. That would be amazing. And don't forget, guys, here's a link to the class I'm doing with Jeffrey and to my 11 o'clock. And don't forget, customer service live from 10 to 1 every single day, Monday through Friday. And starting next year, Uncle Roger is going to be doing a Saturday review as well for you because I'm very calm on Saturday. The markets are not moving. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun. I love doing this with you guys. There you go. There you go. Carlos, actually, I was thinking of doing that. My subdivision has a office room right across from my house that houses 25 people, and they don't charge us anything except food. T-Buzz is already doing it, and I'm thinking of doing it as well. Yes. Agree, Tony. I agree with you. All right, let's go through this. Disappointing earnings results from global economy. FedEx dampen optimism surrounding the outlook for interest rates. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And we have triple witching. FedEx plunged. Their full year guidance was bad. Their earnings were bad and their guidance was bad. We may have a gap to green. Why have I not been giving you a lot of gap to greens? We have one right now, but why have I not been giving you a lot of gap to greens? Have you guys seen any good gaps lately? If you've seen good gaps, please let me know because every time I see a gap, I was hoping we were going to get a nice gap to green with Adobe, right? Remember Adobe? Look, I was hoping we were going to get a nice gap to green with Adobe right through the 200-day moving average, and look at what Adobe did. So maybe we'll get a good gap to green. So next time you send me an email saying, Roger, you're not giving us any gap to green trades, my response to you is going to be, find me a good gap. Find me a couple of good gaps. I'm not seeing any good gaps anywhere. How do you want me to give you a gap to green trade without a good gap? So hopefully this will be a good gap because it's got a good support here and we still have some room to the 200-day moving average. It's like, where's the beef? Where's the gaps? How can I make hamburgers without beef? Give me gaps and I'll give you gap to greens, right? Maynard, but moved. Oh, infinitely. All right. There you go. Armful, and I go, oh, I love lobsters. I love my favorite food is lobster, Eagle Beagle. So again, where's the beef? Give me the beef and I'll give you gap trades. Uh, Dow made an all-time high. Nasdaq made a 2-month high. You could clearly see that there's still some turbulence with technology stocks, with SMH doing this, which I'll talk about in a minute. I'll talk about that, Richard. I'll talk about that. Don't worry. I got all that right here. I got that right here. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Let's move on. Um, Mega cap Tesla climbed. We finally got out of our Tesla trade yesterday by our bare skin. We had a Tesla trade. I think this is the longest trade I had in the pit, maybe, or something like that. Apple did well. We're watching Apple. AMD and AMT did well. AMAT. Remember, nothing on chips till SMH is above 265, and we'll talk about that. Economic data released. Philadelphia manufacturing rose stronger than expected. Jobless claims fell to a 4-month low, but obviously, according to Powell, everything is peachy and there's no problems in this country and everything is great. There's a 59% chance of a 0.25 basis point cut. I think we will see it because they're on a trajectory now and there's nothing stopping him. I mean, economy is beautiful. Jobs are great. Everything is peachy. I mean, the world is just perfect according to Powell. That's why semiconductors can't get above the 50-day moving average. But according to Powell, everything is great. Let's see here. Preparing for quarter event, triple witching, derivatives, equities, index options, and futures. And remember, folks, futures are arbitraged against cash. So if futures are arbitraged, you may see volatility today across the board in other assets. Europe is down after US, after yesterday, after we made all-time highs in the Dow. They're down almost a full basis point. And that's before FedEx came out, guys. Oh, no. That's after FedEx came out. Sorry. Auto and stocks led the decline on Friday. Tesla is an auto stock, by the way, just so you know. And yes, it tracks other auto stocks. A lot of people think Tesla moves with with large cap tech, and it does, but it also moves with solar and auto stocks. Britain's monthly retail sales rose more than anticipated. That's really great. Food overrated. My son is allergic to seafood. He can't eat it, so which is ironic because everybody in my family loves seafood. China closed above the flat line, underperforming its regional peers. Property stocks advanced Friday after Bloomberg News reported that China is waiting the removal of some of its largest restrictions on home purchases after previous measures did not rejuvenate the housing market. They're doing whatever they can. God bless them. They're doing whatever they can. Yeah, I think he's listening to something too much because he's not making any sense. Even see the thing about Powell, and I'm not going to get into this, but even the thing about Powell, you guys got to realize, even the things he was saying did not equate to the conclusions that he was making. So it was kind of like, okay, yes, yes, yes. What? Okay, yeah. So he was making no sense on any level. He couldn't convince anybody what he was saying was true. Where he was going and how he was getting there made no, just nothing about what he was saying made any sense. All right, nothing. Hey Angie, good to see you. On the concept of options being arbitrage, yes, I will, Carmen, when I talk about technicals. Just give me a few minutes. We're going to get there. Nikkei closed higher, tracking overnight gains in Dow Jones. Trimmed some early gains of the Bank of Japan indicated a path forward tightening. Retail and tech stocks led gains on Friday. That's great. They follow us. Data released by their internals showed Japan's core consumption price index accelerated for the fourth consecutive months in August, supporting Bank of Japan's hawkish shift this year, which means interest rates are going to keep going up. Now, what Richard wanted to talk about, FedEx plunged 13%. That's going to give industrial stocks blue chips are not going to do well. RJ, sometimes too much mercury. Yeah. Nike is giving retailers some good news. That's good. Also, keep an eye on Foot Locker. They're very similar. Uh, Lennar Homes got downgraded. Got margin guidance. The company provided weaker than expected profit margins. They downgraded themselves. Now, I think we've learned by Zeta what happens when a company upgrades and downgrades themselves. What's the most powerful indicator for a company? Their own downgrades and their own upgrades. I think we've all learned that painful lesson by everybody who did not take that Zeta trade, right? Remember? Remember? Folks, the most powerful thing a stock can do is upgrade itself. But Roger, it's against me. It's against me. You're wrong. You're not right. Yeah, yeah. Okay. You keep telling me that. And here we are. Remember? That discussion took place right here. Okay. So the biggest thing a company can do is upgrade themselves. The biggest thing a company can do is downgrade themselves. What did Lennar do? They downgraded themselves. Okay. Pepsi, a little downgrade. I mean, it's down 1%, but this will put pressure on blue chips. This will put pressure on blue chips. This will put pressure on blue chips. And this is going to put pressure on chips. Not blue chips, but chips, tech stocks. So that's one of the reasons we look at this, okay? Pressure on chips, pressure on consumer staples, pressure on home builders. I don't know if it's going to be limited to this stock, but that's a pretty big one. Nice little upgrade for consumer discretionary, horrible for industrial stocks. They're not, Francis. He's just messing around. Yeah, almost 600, almost 500. Sorry, 500 in the room. So let's look at technicals now. Okay, momentum levels. Does the stock market have a lot of upside left? Look at the number of 90-day highs this morning, coming into this morning. We're at 464. Look at it yesterday. We went from 150 to 464. That's massive, massive, massive jump in momentum. Do I think it's going to continue? Not without a pause or two for a day or two. It's very hard for the market to have more than one or two run day. Oh, my dogs are going crazy. I hope you guys aren't listening to them. Hey, Ivan. No, Edward. They usually lower rates before depression. Yeah, that was a few days ago, Angie. That was a few days ago when they announced Dell and Etsy and those others. That was like last week. You're a little bit late to that party. So look, we had a big run up yesterday. We had a big run day yesterday. Um, be careful today. Please, please, please be careful today. You guys all know what happens when we get over 400. And we don't have any news right now. Okay. And let me show you the number of 90/10s we have 26. Remember, 90-day low, 10-day high, closing at the bottom of the day. CTRA, APA. I'll go through. I have some on my list, but this was yesterday. We had 10 yesterday. We now have 26. That tree is being shaken. Those branches are being shaken. The coconuts are coming down little by little. 90-day low, 10-day high, closed at the bottom quarter of its range for the day. Which ones do we look at? The ones that went up the most? No, the ones that went up the least, like Fun, like Civi. I'll talk about like BPMC. Yes, I will talk about them. They are on my list today. Why do you leave out 90-day raw? I didn't leave out 90-day raw. I'm using 90-day raw. I didn't leave it out. I'm using 90-day raw because I'm used to using it. This one has no ETFs and I don't know how to calculate it. I don't have a baseline for this. See, I've used the ones with ETFs for so many decades that I would have to start using this and start figuring out what that number without ETF actually is. Whereas with this number, I've used it for so many decades that I'm just so familiar with it that I would just gauge it off that. That's why I kept it in here. See, this I started using like 3 weeks ago, a month ago. This I started using. I didn't know you could eliminate ETFs. Thank you for doing that, Brian. But this one, so it's just a number that I'm used to using. It's not like it's my own indicator, my own number. It's not like a indicator that was made somewhere. So I just know that when we get above 400, we start softening up a little bit. Okay. Does that make any sense, Rich? Oh, no ETFs. This one doesn't have any ETFs, and this has ETFs. I just don't know the calculation without the ETFs that would cause it to be overbought. Whereas with the ETFs, I know exactly what it is. I just need to get used to this number. See, now I see that when I get over 400 here, I'm seeing over 300 here. So right now I have a little baseline, which tells me that the raw number. Remember, since we started using this new one, we've only had a couple of days when we've been over 400. So I haven't had a gate. So now I know that when this is over 300, it's equivalent to this being over 400, but I'm still playing with it. Okay. And the market is not. So let's continue. S&P 500, we broke through. We are now at new highs. But where did we close yesterday? Let's go to the S&P 500. What I was hoping for, usually when the market makes new highs, they have ETFs, Regendron, and the other ones don't have ETFs. Usually when the market breaks out and makes new highs, it continues and it continues going towards the end of the day. We peaked out at 145 yesterday, 150. The last 2 hours of the day, this is what we did. And then what did we do after the market closed? Now we're coming up nicely, filling in that gap nicely. We filled in about half of the gap. I'm not trusting it. I want to see what happens after the market opens. And remember, we have triple witching. Yeah, one is upside, one is downside, but one has ETFs, the other ones doesn't. And there's a lot of ETFs. There's like tons of ETFs and inverse ETFs. So I don't like the way the market. I would have put on a trade at the end of the day if the market closed like this yesterday. I was watching the market the last half hour, and I wanted to see this. And I send you guys a Telegram message yesterday. Send you a Telegram message yesterday. Look, see that with an arrow, with an arrow saying, "Hey, this is why I'm not doing anything." Look at the last 90 minutes of the day. So I always update you guys. I'm always updating you guys. Always. Don't forget, I'm live with Jeffrey today, and I have VIP at 11, and I highly recommend you show up. Hey, Kirk, good morning. Because I'll be talking about this once again several hours later. So SPY is breaking out. I don't like how it's looking overnight. I don't like the fact that we're already within the previous day's range. You could see that right here. We're at the lower end of yesterday's range. So if we come down, we'll come right back to the 8-day EMA, and we will have erased about 75-80% of all the gains from yesterday. Do you guys see why I got out of Tesla yesterday? Do you guys understand momentum levels are not that great right now? Okay. QQQ. is above the 50-day moving average. But again, it's not, if you look at where we were, look at yesterday. This happened at 1:30 yesterday. Look at what happened after 1:30. And we still haven't been able to keep it up. Therefore, if we break this level, which is the level that I showed you, which is 481, which is about 2 points below where we're at right now, we're going to start filling this gap. So you're going to pay attention today to this level. Okay. The level you're going to pay attention to is 480.56. On the upper end, it's going to be 486. On the SPY, oh, my dogs are going crazy again. On the SPY, that level is already broken. That level is 469.42. So the next level above that is right here. Is 566. You could say 565, 566, 555. So if we break 570, it'll be positive. If we break below 565, it'll be negative. Dow Jones. Let's look at the Dow. Notice we peaked out yesterday at 1:30, 2.5 hours after the close. Overnight, we're still near the low. This is the level you want to watch. See how when I do this, it gives you perspective intraday? The level you want to watch is about 419, 420, and we're right now at 420.69. If we break into 419, no good. Look at where the Dow closed yesterday and look at where we're at right now. If we go down, we're going to hit the 8-day EMA and erase everything from yesterday. Okay? Please look at the big picture. SMH, we got a problem with SMH. SMH is already down, is already down quite a bit, but look at the problem with SMH. We touched the 100-day moving average yesterday. We couldn't break it. I warned you about that a week ago. I warned you that even if we break this trend line, we still have to overcome the quarter-to-date VWAP, which we did, which we're sitting at right now, and we have to overcome the 100-day moving average. Yesterday, good morning, Mark Donor. Yesterday, when we hit the 100-day moving average, look at what happened. We hit it right here. Right here, look. Right there. See that? 242.99. Look. See, we hit it and bounced off. And now we're back in this range. If this price action goes below this red line here, then we're back in our channel right here. And it looks to me like we're going there. Okay? So we need to break. We need to break. We desperately need to break above. Is this helpful to you guys? Is there something I could be doing to help you more? No, not giving you free trades in the pin. I'm talking about here. 243.75. And on the downside, that area is roughly 237.70. This is the area we're in right now. If we break this, we're going to go higher on chips. If we break this, 237.50, we're going to go lower. Hey, we got 505 people here. Yay! We broke our record. Folks, on a non-FOMC day. Look at that. Dr. Serena, our actuary, we broke our record. We're over 500, second day in a row. Second day in a row. Let me just do this for the IWM, for the Russell, and then we'll look at that. We got 505 people in here. Good. I'm glad you like it. Good. So look at the Russell 2000. Look at this. We made a swing high, and look at where we're at right now. And again, we need to break these levels. And today it's going to be very, very important. Very, very important. Because we have witching. So we're going to have a lot of volatility. Okay. So on the upper end, 225.90. On the lower end, 222.60. Hey, Mayrock, welcome. Randy, welcome. By the way, guys, here is my email address. If you have a trading question, please email me. Also, customer service live. How do I set up my dashboard? How do I set up my A-line indicator? Why does my dashboard look different than yours? Customer service live, Cam and Gustavo show. Please give Cam a break because he's moving this weekend, which is extremely stressful. for anybody, but he'll be around next week, okay? And Gustavo should be there, but please, customer service live, Cam and Gustavo show, okay? So again, be careful today. Which sectors are leading, which sectors are lagging right now? Let's take a quick look, and then we'll jump into our trades for today. Bitcoin, home builder, still interest rates, still interest rates, still interest rates, but still interest rates, consumer staples, real estate, healthcare, technology. But look where technology is. Technology is not helping. Interest rates is what's rising. Technology is coming back down. Technology is coming back down. So what you're seeing right now is blue chip interest rate sensitive sectors like Russell 2000, home builders, retail, mid caps, interest rates. Techs are not directly interest rate sensitive. They're indirectly interest rate sensitive. Now, yesterday, I want to show you something. A few days ago, look where semiconductors were. Then yesterday, look where semiconductors and technology was. And today, look where technology is and look where semiconductors is. They were all the way up here. Now they're starting to come down. So the smaller cap blue chip stocks seem to be leading. And also they don't have FedEx data. They're not as, so you got the Russell 2000 stocks. That's one of the reasons why, folks, I gave you that bonus long trade in the Russell 2000, because the way I looked at it was anything relating to interest rates, even if the Fed doesn't do 0.50, Russell 2000 will be happy, because I figured there's no way to make that kid upset. And regardless of the bike he gets, he's going to be happy. That's why I gave you the Russell trade that two people could not make a profit on, but the rest of you did. Again, I have no idea how that happened, but it went up 4 points. But anyways, the point is, that's why I gave you the Russell, because I figured after the announce, that's why I gave you the bonus Russell trade in the VIP members area for free going into the announcement. Because because if I saw the tech stocks were leading, I would have given you a QQQ. I gave you Russell because the interest rate sensitive small caps started to lead. Okay, that's why yesterday, you might have seen yesterday, DoorDash, Coupang, Roku. I gave you them yesterday. Yes, the day before yesterday, I gave them to you in the VIP room. The day I gave you this trade, I gave you DoorDash, Coupang, Roku. They were all Russell stocks, and that's why I gave you the Russell as a long, in case you're curious. Okay. All right. Okay. So smaller caps are leading. Tech is not leading anymore like it was a few days ago. It's now lagging again. And technology's down here. Look, technology 2 days ago was right here. Semiconductors were right here. Look, September 17th. This is going into Wednesday morning, okay? And look at it today. Look where technology is, and look where semiconductors. They're not here anymore. They're down here. And if you look at SMH, you will see that aside from ASL getting downgraded, you could see that it gapped down. We're almost at that line again. Okay. Hey, Karen, good morning to you. Hey, Liberty Rancher. So again, be careful. All right. So indexes, futures indexes. Okay, so somebody asked me about the arbitrage. Today we have expiration for options for futures as well. Remember, futures is what leads and speculates based on the cash indexes. So when you're looking at the futures, when I'm looking at the futures right now, like I'm doing right here, okay, the futures right here, these futures are driving the cash indexes. This S&P futures E-mini is driving SPY. SPY. So SPY has a lot of, I think this is an hourly chart. I usually look at hourly, 5 minute. If I'm looking at trend lines, I'm looking at hourly or daily. And if I'm looking at price action, I'm looking at 5 minute. So my point is, there's a connection between the futures and the cash. So you're going to see folks arbitraging today or trying to move the futures to manipulate the cash into moving into a certain direction. So be really, really, really careful today. Be really, really careful, or your biscuit will be buttered. Okay. All right. All right. Let me do the let me do the let me do the stocks for you guys for today. All right. Let's do the short side first. Moderna. We'll see you at 11, Scampy. Yeah, I really enjoyed my move from Los Angeles to Florida. We took the 10 freeway. My daughter had an animal that wasn't allowed to be shipped via airline, so I had to drive here with my daughter's lizard. Don't ask, for 5 days, but it was fun. 6.5 years ago. Moderna, downside. But Roger, it got upgraded 2 days ago. Yeah, and look, it's coming right back down. Touched the A line, coming right back down. Moderna. Boeing. FedEx news is not very good for Boeing, by the way. Wait for this stock to break down somewhere right here about 97.50. Not yet. Yeah, it took me 5 days to drive. I did it very slowly. Send me an email, LKT. Let me take a look at it. Send me an email. I'd like to see what you've got to say, and I'll tell you why or why not. I don't know one way or the other, but I'll take a look. I know Garmin was on my radar for a gap to green. And here, let me just divert a little bit. This was, but it has to trade above 175. And as you could see, it's not anywhere near 175. Every stock that I liked for a gap to green, the two that okay, I'll be honest with you. I had my eyes on Adobe and I had my eyes on Garmin, and both of them crapped out. So let's continue. Energy stocks. So these are 90-10 energy stocks. Now listen carefully and listen good. See, 90-day low, 10-day high. Please don't sell it right here. Wait for it to break down below 22.69. Wait for this to break down, at least below the A line. That same thing goes for APA. RJ, I live in North Florida. That does not happen. Uh, that does not happen. Yeah, I'll be heading to work in about 5 minutes. Wait for this to break down. 24.34 right here. Please, please don't do anything right now. Urban? Yeah, I could look at Urban real quick. It's a shitty stock. That's what it is. Yep. After it breaks down below this A line right here. See, what you want is these 90-10s find these crappy stocks. Market's been going up, right? Well, all stocks go up when the market goes up, even the crappy stocks. But these stocks made a 90-day low, and now they're making a 10-day high. So you're going in the direction of the main trend and against the short-term trend, which is exactly what you should be doing. But you want to wait for the short-term trend to die. The short-term trend hasn't died yet. It looks like it's dying, but it hasn't died yet. When it goes like this, so you don't want to sell these on the way up. You want to sell them on the way down. Okay. You're welcome, Frank. Uh, OVV. Same thing. See, 90-day low, 10-day high. And now the market's going to start cooling off. The weakest stocks will start cooling off the most. So you want to wait for this to trade below 38, 39. Okay. Yeah, we drove like 4 hours a day, 3 hours a day. It was very casual. It was a fun trip. We just took the 10 freeway all the way here. So I live in North Florida. There's not a lot of hurricanes and things like that. Where Jack Carter lives, there's a lot of hurricanes and things like that. He lives on the west side. I live upper north, and there's a little area like this, and all the hurricanes pass right by us. Okay? Good morning, Elvis. So this one looks like it's almost ready. 90-day low, 10-day high, couldn't break the 200-day moving average, almost at the 8-day. The ones that have the least amount of upside here are the best ones, not the ones that have the most upside. This one couldn't even go to the 100-day. So wait for it to break down, but we're almost there. I would wait for it to be right at 41. Next one, BPMC. Same thing for this one. These are not ready. Okay. So I have like the best of Florida. It's not that hot here because I'm all the way in this. I live like in almost South Georgia, if you will. Okay. Same thing with this stock. BPMC couldn't break the 200-day. Look at this breakdown. Wait for it to come down here to 88.50, and then wait for weakness to start. Wait for weakness to start. Look at that. 507 people. I love it. All right. So these 90-10s are not ready yet. Wait for weakness to start. You're not late to the party. You're early for the party with these, okay? All right, let's do some long trades. Some A lines. Let me give you an A line. I don't know why I'm giving you so much value here, but you know what? I don't care. It's worth it. Here's an A line stock right here, BSX. McDonald's, another A line stock right here. TFX, another A line stock right here. All right, now let me show you the breakouts. Be careful today, folks. Be careful today. Don't go crazy today. Please, please, please. RJ, my wife is from Houston. She lived there for 10 years before I moved her to California. She loves it. I love Houston. Honestly, I love Houston. A little over. I like these breakouts, but again, I'm a little nervous about the market right now. So you're going to have to be careful with all of these. Please, today is not a day to be frisky. Fast breaking out, GPN breaking out. Again, folks, I love these stocks, but I'm not loving the market. This one does not have a lot of upside. There's a limit to this one at about 116. So it's got a little bit more, but be careful here on GPN. Guild, I like. Low, I like. Please, folks, today is not a day to be frisky. Not sure. I don't know. I don't know if we have or not. Sassy trainer. I don't know. Matt is the one that manages the swing trades. I manage the pit, and I give we both do the trades and all the programs, but he manages. He's like, okay, we need a trade now. It's time to get. He's the senior supervisor of the swings. That's what he does all day long. He's looking at the swing trades, and then he's like, hey, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? We should add here. We shouldn't add here. Shopify looks good. Should be good with lower interest rates too. Low should be good with lower interest rates too. IP. Houston's a great place to live. The food in Houston is amazing, just like in Los Angeles. Amazing. That's the only thing I miss. Food. I miss food from LA. Food here is fairly mediocre, to be honest with you. Mediocre and extremely overpriced. And Roblox. And that's it for today. Those are all the stocks I've got for you guys today. Please, please, please. Yeah, IP is right here. Yeah, IP is definitely on my list. Well, yeah, yeah. I mean, all that stuff. All right, guys, please. Customer Service Live, Cam and Gustavo show. Don't forget, Jeffrey and me will be live at noon today. I'm looking forward to it. We're going to have a great time. My VIP room is going to be at 11 a.m. I'll be talking more stuff, and I'll be talking about I'll be giving you some lessons on some trades today. Join me there. And don't forget, my email address is roger@rogerscott.com if you have a good trading question. All right. Thank you so much. I will see you later. Have a good weekend. And most importantly, don't forget, if you give me a hard time this weekend, you've buttered your last biscuit. All right. Have a great weekend, everyone. And hopefully you don't butter your last biscuit. Bye, everyone. Have a great weekend. Bye, guys.